Welcome to my channel. This is Conscious Creation. Today we're going to actually be doing the star sign Virgo for the month of September. And just to give you a little astrological background into what's happening, during this month we're going through significant energy changes. You've got Saturn, which is finally going direct and is triggering and activating areas in which it was stationary. So in 2014 what we had was Pluto doing the same thing, which is actually linking us back to themes that we went through in 2014. So Saturn was in retrograde since May 2019, and now there's a lot of movement, a lot of retesting of the times or the themes that happened in 2014. And this may come where it's testing our ability as to whether we've actually transformed those areas, gained our personal mastery and power of the self. So it may feel this month that you're going through this grind and it's constant testing, but that's okay, because it's a moment where you can actually show and you can re-evaluate how far you've come and notice those changes when you approach the same situations or the same challenges in different forms. We also have a Pisces full moon, which is upcoming September 13th and 14th. And Pisces full moon is always about the sensitivity and the perceptiveness about your surroundings. And you may find that on a positive, you're really intuitive and picking up various different things in the ethers. Or it could be that you feel very insecure right now and very tense, and it's a time where you should highly look at self-checking and seeing, looking back and kind of focusing on yourself as opposed to everything around you. It's a time to be a little bit more sensitive. We have in September 14th and 15th, the personal planets are going direct, and that's Mercury, Venus and Mars in Virgo's first half. And this is all about sorting routines. Mercury and Venus then shifts into Libra, and what you find is the time of being more social, communicative, and it almost feels like a fresh air, doing something a little bit more different than actually looking at these routines and getting into sorting out your life. Then you've got the 23rd of September, which is the equinox. And the sun is entering Libra, so you've got the balance, you've got equal daylight and moonlight, so it's a time to actually look at inner harmony about the self and finding that balance and peace. And then Libra new moon September 28th, which is a strong need for balance and harmony, which is very true to the sign but also very true to the month. So this month, no doubt, we are actually going through some intense lessons, which may feel like the grind, but also we are having to find that balance with a lot of shifts happening. But today for Virgo, for the month of September, let's see what's happening. Let's see the movement in the energies, and let's see what themes are really playing out for all of you. Just to give you a little background to yourself, I guess, or the key elements of a Virgo is they're very organized. So you'll find you're very organized, you're very I would say responsible, but also you have a sense of what you want to achieve as well. Very meticulous individuals are the Virgo energy. They've always got things down to the detail, I feel. So what are you going through? What is happening? I wonder how all of you are actually feeling the energies right now. Whether it's you're feeling this intensity happen, or whether it's still yet to play out. So how I like to do the cards is I usually have, build up a story. I keep them facing down so I can kind of get a sense of what's happening, and tuning into your energies. I feel when I'm shuffling these cards that a lot of you kind of know what you want. It's usually when I shuffle the cards, it will speak to me in various different ways. Some will pop out, but it seems to be very directive. So I think for the majority of you kind of really have got stuck into your routine. And maybe that's just because it's a very natural trait for a Virgo, is to be able to know exactly what they want. So yeah, let's go and see what's happening and what's in store. Okay, so from the first cards that I've turned over, you've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the Chariot in reverse, and you've got the Strength card. So what I feel instinctively looking at these cards, these three cards, which for me talks to a group of you that have been in this moment of balance, that have been balancing two things, various things, and have actually been able to do it quite well because nothing has fallen. You're still in the art of balance. However, I feel, and what I've been told, is that the Chariot usually represents forward movement, and in reverse it can represent where things have either come to a halt or things being held back. But for me, and in couple with the Strength card, which has come up upright, it kind of represents that you have now chosen what to focus your energy on. So that's being a master in itself. So you know exactly what you want to focus on, and you've got that laser vision, and that's allowed you to be able to balance things so well. You know, sometimes we feel in life that we need to, you know, hope for the best, that nothing can drop or nothing can fall if we're balancing various things. But it's knowing what to balance on, how to balance on it, and what's important to attain that equilibrium. And I feel a group of you definitely know and are definitely doing that and doing it really well. And I get a very positive energy despite these different energies and shifts coming in from Saturn now going direct in the month of September. And just to clarify the cards, so you've got, for the first line, for the Two of Pentacles, I always pull out cards that are going to explain this energy a little bit more. To confirm it, you've got the Ace of Swords, so having that victory and being victorious, but also a sword to me represents having that distinction and having that assertive energy of what you want to achieve. And I feel like that's what you're embodying and embracing, a group of you. You've also got the following card where you see the gift that is coming. You're turning it away in this card if you look at it closely. And for me, that represents that although for some, and usually in tarot they say it's a card that will represent you not seeing other opportunities. And you're so focused on that one that you don't see the one that's coming to you. But I feel that to a group of you, I feel that you are. I really feel different about this card. I feel that you're wise, because I feel that you're moving away. Your Six of Swords, you're moving away from troubled waters. You're moving away from anguish, and you're able to decipher what you need and what you want. So I feel really positive about that. However, that doesn't mean that there's a group of you that need to be aware, that are going through this energy, that there are opportunities there for you, and that you need to move away from things that give you that mental anguish. But for the majority I speak to, I feel that don't discount yourself, or don't discount what you're doing, because sometimes we can feel that we're not doing enough, and that's one of the issues or the negative aspects of the Virgo sign, is that you're so self-critical. But keep going, because I think a lot of you doing the right thing are focusing on the right aspects. And under the Chariot, what you've got in reverse is you've got the Tower. So yes, there's this energy of change, there's this energy of transformation and need for change to happen, but also you've got the Strength card, which has come out twice, which is, for some it's showing that hold on to that inner strength that you have, but for others that are feeling this energy of this is a lot, this is overwhelming, you've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is you feel like I've got this feeling of, I feel blindfolded, I feel very tense, but these swords are not harming you. And these mental thoughts, these swords, these aspects that we perceive are going to hold us back. The super self-criticism, the moment you start to release that, and this is a month of September where it's all about release. It's releasing those old aspects of the self, these old forms, and actually focusing on yourself, focusing on this on positive cycles. But you need a big aspect of this strength is hold on to this inner strength that you already have, and I think when you do, you'll be absolutely fine and be able to navigate the Tower and the changes that are coming your way, and be that kind of navigator of these seas of change. Quite funnily, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So, you know, for me, the cups represents the emotion. So feeling, that could be the Pisces also moon right now, full moon, that you may feel very overwhelmed, very sensitive of your surroundings. And you're not entrusting your intuition, which is when the High Priestess for me represents the intuitive capabilities, and this is a Pisces full moon energy. If you feel very much that you're in, taking on all the emotions around you, you're not unable to really get a sense of your intuitive, yourself, your balance. And funny enough, you've got the Chariot that's come up front and upright, and for me, when you had it in reversed, again it's speaking to you can move forward, but also if you're letting go of the things that no longer serve you, is what a group of you I feel are actually doing, are actually starting to pick, rest, focus on what you need, then that's great, because you're actually embodying the Chariot in a very strong sense. And it's very unconventional from what the card, but this is what I'm feeling, is those who I was speaking to at the beginning, that's all about having the Chariot in reverse and are actually sitting back and focusing on what they need. That in itself is forward movement in ways that you don't see and you don't know. But again, that movement will come for those who feel that they're stuck in their emotion, they're getting really affected by the emotional climate. And please know that right now you're going to feel it a lot, because the changes of the moon, especially I speak to the females out there, those with the feminine energy, we tend to kind of feel it a lot more. And it's to be caring for ourselves and actually allow our inner world to not be criticized and not be judged, but also to be. So the final cards that you got was the Magician and the Mirror, Victory, and you've got Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. And I think right now there is a sense of everything around us as a mirror to how we're feeling, or the unseen. And I feel through this period of Saturn transiting in Capricorn, what you'll find is that you will see mirrors of things you don't like and things you really like. But you will come out victorious in whatever you're trying to achieve and do during this month. And you will attain these personal healing and happiness that you desire. But this reading to me really signifies two groups of you. One which are really going into their routine, into their self, and starting to pick what they need for their balance. And may have a sense of criticism, but keep going, you're fine, you're doing well, and navigate through these energies. And then there's a group of you that are very overwhelmed and will be even more overwhelmed by the energies of the Pisces full moon, and are starting to, not trust their intuition. And for those, the key thing, and for both groups of Virgos I'm speaking to, that's sun, moon, and rising, it is for you to actually delve into that strength, because you have that strength, and that's a gift. You are persistent, persevere, and you have that inner strength. And the strength card in your reading from different card decks, if I may add, have come out upright. And that just goes to show that you actually have this inner strength that you are actually being guided to tap into during this month. And when you do, you will achieve the victory, and you will become victorious, which is really shown for me by the Ace of Swords, but also the victory card. So don't be worried by the mirrors that you see. Be that magician that can transform, like the Tower. It's all about transformation. And once you hit this transformation, you'll be able to really see past it, and you will be able to receive your personal healing and happiness. But don't worry about this month. We are all navigating through different shifts. Saturn is going direct, which is a very big thing, and you will get these themes playing out. But strength, and more strength is your key to your personal healing and your happiness. I hope this reading resonated with all of you. Please do like and subscribe, but I will be doing more readings over the course of the months to come, and I wish you a very happy September. Keep positive, keep in balance, and keep continuing to delve into that strength that I know you have and you know you have.